Welcome back. It is time for the highly anticipated Oh Wow moment brought to you by the Gloria and Roger Jones Children's Center for Science and Technology. And of course, I have the one and only Miss Eleni, the science lady, with us this morning. Good morning, Miss Eleni.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
As always, I'm doing great. It's a great day at WFMJ, always.
Yes.
Now, I always know that you do something fun and exciting. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bottles of liquid. Mm-hmm. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm going to show our viewers a fun science experiment that they can do with their Halloween candy, because I know there's about to be way too much candy to eat. So
Amen.
Why don't we do science experiments?
Amen. Let's do an experiment. Let's do an experiment.
And this one's a true experiment. So normally I do demonstrations, but this is where we're actually going to be testing a hypothesis. And sadly, we won't be able to see the results because it takes a long time. But I'm going to show you how to set it up so you can set it up with your kids or your grandkids once they get their Halloween candy and have a little educational experience.
Awesome. Let's do it.
So I have different containers of liquids that you can get from your kitchen. I have juice. This is apple juice. Just plain water. I have vinegar. This is the plain water. This one's sugar water. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And then this one's salt water.
So we have water, plain water, sugar water, and vinegar.
Yep.
Okay. Combination.
And apple juice.
And apple
salt
juice.
water.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
And apple juice.
But
Okay.
you can do this with any liquids you have in your kitchen.
Okay.
You don't have to use the ones I have here. Anything you have available to you in your house, you can try it out.
Okay.
And you can put them in different cups. I just had them in these bottles because it was easier to carry them over here.
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
probably easier at home to just put these in.
Everybody,
different
Miss
cups.
Eleni travels over here in the morning, and she carries everything with her. Even though we're 1 block away from the Oh Wow Children's Center for Science and Technology, Miss Eleni treks over here in the morning and
It's a
makes
nice
it all
walk.
happen.
I love it. I love the walk. I love walking around downtown Youngstown. All right. So then you're going to need some gummy bears. So hopefully you
Okay.
get some gummy bears from trick-or-treating. And for an experiment, we only want to have one variable. So our variable is the different liquids. So now I have to pick out gummy bears that are all the same color, because the different colors have different compositions. They're made of different things. So we don't want to use different colors for this experiment. I want to
Okay.
pick out all the same
So you're going
color.
to need 5 pieces of identical colored candy.
Yes, we actually
Okay.
need 6. So I have
okay.
5 liquids, and then I need 1 extra. Let's see. I don't know if I have 5 of the same.
Oh,
I
no.
do. I think I have enough.
That candy
yellows.
smells good.
It does.
It does. It smells fruity.
And the reason, do you know why we need 1 extra?
No, why?
So we need a control variable. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 in each liquid, but we need to leave 1 out as the control that's not being affected by any of the liquids.
Okay.
So I dropped 1 gummy bear in each of my liquids, and then I have 1 that I'm going to set to the side here. And once you get this set up, you might want to do this overnight, set a timer for 12 hours, or just write down the time that you put these in here. And when you come back in 12 hours, you're going to notice something change. So you'll want to pour out all the liquids, take out the gummy bears, and do you know what's going to change about them?
No, but I guess that's our hypothesis, right?
Right. So
What is it?
Our hypothesis is going to be what is going to change, but I'm going to give you a hint.
Okay.
The size is going to change depending on the liquid
Of
that
this
we
little
put them in.
thing?
Yes.
Okay.
So-
This is eeny teeny weeny. I mean, you could kind of sort of barely see it. So the size of the candy is going to change, or this? Well, I guess a liquid could change size, can't it?
Yeah, so if you wanted to measure the liquids beforehand and start with liquids that are all the same size, and then measure the volume of your liquids at the end, that would be a good experiment too.
Okay, okay.
But we are going to compare the sizes of the gummy bears to the control gummy bear once we take them out. So for a younger kid, you don't need to measure, but if you have an older kid and you want to practice units and measuring, you can get a ruler and a scale, so you can both weigh them and measure them. And then you can come up with what we call a scientific model. So you can determine, if you do this in the same liquid over and over again, you can determine, say the gummy bear gets 3 times bigger in a certain liquid, so you can calculate what the weight's going to be if you weigh the gummy bear at the beginning and then do it again and
It
weigh the
can
gummy
be a
bear at the
different
end.
weight?
You can create a model to calculate what the weight of the gummy bear will be without even doing the experiment. So that's what scientists really do when they're doing experiments like this. Their goal is usually to come up with some sort of model or way to understand how things work so they can calculate things without having to run the actual experiment.
How about that? Research and development in the
Yes.
truest form. And you have incorporated chemistry,
Yeah,
math,
osmosis.
and listen, osmosis. I mean, you've incorporated all into that scientific method.
Absolutely.
Miss Elaney, can I just say you're one of the smartest people I know.
Thank you.
You are. I mean, I wouldn't think to do something like this, but you would because you're so intelligent.
And this is fun to do at home, fun to do overnight, and just see what happens with the gummy bears. So I think it would be fun to do this with all the extra Halloween candy that always ends up going to waste anyway.
Yes. And you know, not that we don't want people to eat candy or have candy, but you know, this is something to do with it that is scientific and informative, educational and entertaining. And who could ask for more? Remember, everybody, a positive attitude can indeed make anything happen for anyone. When you're out and about, please wear your seatbelt. I can't tell you enough how important it is that you do so. Hopefully, we will see you next week when we do more fun and exciting things in the Oh Wow moment and you learn about your community. We hope to see you next week.